You know. Sorry, I think you're going to see my cat's butt. Can everyone see and hear? Hi, Audrey. I think I'm a little bit early today. Dee Dee. Hello. How are you? Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I'm wondering if this has gone live on Daylight Savings Times. Oh, thank you, Carol. From Canada. Hello, Susan. Welcome. Lynn. Hello from Australia. Sweden. Oh, you seriously, you're in the middle of the night. Welcome. Oh, Michele. Hello. We've met. Good to have you here. Welcome. Ottawa, the Crafty Confidant. That's a great name. Welcome, everyone. We're a little bit early. I don't know what happened. I don't think I pushed any buttons. It just went live on its own, but maybe we can have a chat before we start. 10:30 in Sweden. Okay. I'd be in bed by then. Tari, where are you from? St. Petersburg in Florida. Lovely. I am alive. Oh, thank you. I had to put some on because I was getting really dry. It was early in the morning here. Well, not so early. It's 7:30. Oh, thank you, Margie. I won't tell anyone. Pennsylvania, Deborah, welcome. Oh, seriously, do you have a coffee before you go to sleep? Good on you. Welcome, everyone. I'm not sure, if we're a bit early, we might not get, I don't know. Don't want to ruin the fun for the people who are waiting to start on time. Because I'm just thinking maybe it did go live, because I had it scheduled, ready to go. And because I live on the border, I'm thinking maybe it went live at 7 instead of 8. So I hope you haven't been waiting long, everyone. I have a technique I'm going to be doing today, which Michele, my friend, I'm not sure if she's here yet, inspired me to do, and it's a split 4 technique. It's something that's been around for a while, but I've never done it. It's actually stamping out a full sheet of A4 cardstock, so no pressure, lots of stamping. You can't fit that in your MISTI, but if you did have one of the big, you know, the 12 by 12 MISTIs, maybe you could wangle that a little bit just to turn your cardstocks around and be able to stamp it in that. But it'll be stamping with blocks today, so old school. But I have spare sheets of A4 cardstock, so we can always start again. Hello from the UK, Geraldine, welcome. Griffin, GA, never heard of that, but welcome, Wanda. It's good to have you here. Amy, hello. Shona, welcome. It's good to have you here from the Gold Coast, just up the road. Cool. We'll have to organise some, go out, I don't know. We can go out and have coffees, so maybe we can do that. That would be good. I've done that before, had a little get together with all the crafty friends here on the Gold Coast. All right, so what I can talk you through is basically I've got a picture of what I'm talking about It's super fan. Thank you, Margie. Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks so much. So this, can you see how I was inspired? Like, look at what Michele has done here. So in the centre is an A4 sheet of cardstock that she's stamped out, and it looks really random, and that's one thing I love about it. But she did tell me that she was actually inspired by someone called Marcia, and the way that she stamped it all out was more organised, so that each panel kind of matched. So what happens is these four corners of this A4 cardstock become the front of a card. So I just was so inspired when I saw it. I thought I'd try and do my own version of it and see how we go. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this live chat, because there's probably going to be like about a half an hour of chatting before we even start. So maybe I'll just put some timestamps on it instead, so that we don't lose the chat along the way. But otherwise, if I do have to crop these videos, we lose the live chat, which is really disappointing, because I love to go back. I mean, I'll go back and read it for sure, but because I do miss a lot when 3. I'm just taking you through all the screens right now. And I haven't even turned my camera on yet. You can tell how ready I was. Cool. So, what time are we at? Still probably a bit too early to start too much, but what I might do is take you through a few of the stamp sets. So the way that Michele did it was to use a silhouette style stamps, which is what I'm going to do too. So I went through my stamps and chose some that I thought would work well. So you can just have a look through your stash and see what's going to suit you. I have, it's showing up. So I have a lot of florals in the Altenews, and I just love the way that Michele's florals looked. So I just grabbed out a stack of these, and if you've got any of these or anything similar, the other thing you could do is use like branch style stamps as well, and do them in a pattern, and then cut the 4 panels of the A4 cardstock. So like, I thought something like this bold bunch would be really pretty to do. It doesn't have the bigness of the flowers that Michele used, but you could do a lot more stamping and create a more intense sort of look. Yeah, I think you're right. Geometrics would look great. You know, just something with a bit of pattern. Even, you know, like lots of squares, and do it like a pixelated sort of a look. I think that would look awesome too. But you know, I would, if I did this, you could use these separately, and you can actually do it and layer them up as well. So if you did still have some layering stamps. Like, I think that the watercolor ones from Altenew, they would look beautiful with this technique, and maybe do it a bit more washed out and not as like heavy, not so much stamping. This I thought would look awesome. I didn't want to have to do any masking today. I thought that would, sort of be a little bit time consuming, and I wanted to make it look a little bit looser. So probably if I was going to do something like this, I would want to do some masking and make it look like the leaves were behind it. Yeah, the simple fruits, that'd be fun. Oh, cool. I haven't used that one in an age, and there's one that I really think's a lot of fun and I don't have, is the one with all the vegetables. It's got like an artichoke in it and stuff. I thought that'd be really cool. And you know, like I just thought I was kind of sticking with that silhouette theme, but I think any of these would work really well. So, and then I thought, you know, adding leaves. You can add small and large leaves. And I really like these ones, but I wouldn't actually probably do all the layering these. I'd probably just choose out the heavier weight sort of in the stamp and just stamp like the base layer version of it. I like this monstera leaf here and that. And this one looks awesome. I've seen Aga do some amazing things with these. And what she's done is, like, you know that rock and roll technique where you add multiple colours on a stamp? And that would look really pretty. And this would be very similar because it's that sort of same, you can create a really nice pattern on your cardstock with either of these and then just stamp your sentiments around it. And one of my favourites, of course, this would look beautiful, especially if you did the leaf image in like the black as well. And the new, this is the newer version of the pen sketch silhouettes. I thought that would look really nice. And also this one, I think this one's a beautiful set as well. So anything like this, any sort of, you could even just do an outline version of it. I think that would look great as well. Colorado, welcome Rebecca. And Marnie, I didn't say hello to you, thank you. Oh, we just had a catastrophe here at our house. It's a catastrophe in my husband's mind. He called out and went downstairs. I didn't know what was going on. There was like about 100, 200 baby spiders in our bedroom. And he doesn't like spiders at all. I don't know if you've ever heard of a spider called the huntsman, but they're really, they grow, I don't know, big. Like they grow about, you can see them, they grow about this big. Actually, I've seen bigger, but they're really sort of that big body, hairy kind of spiders. And our ceiling in our bedroom was like obviously a nest had just hatched, and he's freaking out. Oh, in a manly kind of way. But yeah, he we had to just do a little run around and de-baby spider our bedroom. They were just everywhere, so I'm sure we're going to find them. Yes, I know, they are everywhere at the moment, but I don't think I've ever had like 100 baby spiders in my bedroom all at once, Michelle. It wasn't very nice. Anyway, hopefully they're all gone now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders, but my husband is less of a fan than me. Yeah, it is a catastrophe. But hopefully we haven't missed any because, yeah, they're not my favourite. Oh yeah, Michelle, we've got so many here at the moment. I don't know why we do. I'll probably just move from one house to another, Audrey, with more spiders. It would not be good. Yeah. Is that it though? I thought they would have been nesting or whatever in like a spring. Aren't we coming into, it's the end of summer. Was it the end? It's middle of summer maybe? Alright, well, I'm going to start stamping now. Yeah, perfect weather for spiders. It's not my favourite thing to hear. Okay, so I have a piece of A4 cardstock. And I don't know, I've been using this a lot more lately. Has anyone else done one of these? It's basically, what it is a piece of scrap cardstock, and I've die cut an A2 window in it. I use this all the time. And if you don't have an A2 die cut, just use a craft knife and, you know, draw the A2 size on a piece of cardstock and cut it out. But I use it for centering on my cards. I use it for lining up sentiments. I use it a lot. But I was going to work out where the centre was for my A4 card sheet here, and I thought one of the easiest ways, because this is a American sized A4 card sheet, it's a Nina 80 pound that I'm stamping on, I thought it'd be easier just to hold this in the corner here than show you my math skills, and just put it like a light, like a tick mark on there, and that way I know where the roughly where the edges of my card is going to be, the centre, so that's going to be the centre. Yeah, I just use it all the time for so many different, like you wouldn't think something that's free, which is the right price, and so easy to do. But I reckon, you know, the new, you know, all the layering stencils, you know how they have the ones, I'm not sure if you can get that in an A2 size, but one of those would be perfect too. Yeah, I was thinking about scoring my paper, Jan, and I know that's what Michele did for hers, but because I'm using such a solid stamp, I didn't want to have to come back in and fill the gaps in too much. I mean, I know I could cut it down. Actually, that's what I was going to look for, is my blending pen before I went live, but I ran out of time then, didn't I? Maybe it's because I made it public. Someone who's a lot cleverer than me will be able to let me know. But I will show you the stamps that I decided to use. And I thought they're very similar, kind of, to what Michele used, but a little bit different. And I'm changing up colours and other stuff as well. Trying to make it my own. But this set here, which is called Fabulous Florets, is an Altenew set. I kind of had to use an Altenew set today because it was flowers. So I'm going to use both. There's two different sizes. It's layering, but I'm not going to use the shadow layer. And I thought some filler stamps, these little shapes here, would be good. And my leaves, I'm going to go like with the retro plantains for the leaves because they're kind of fun. I really like this image here too. I like this whole set actually. And that's just another filler flower, the Mini Delight. I thought I'd use that one as well. I know I'm early. Sorry, Michele. It accidentally went live. It's not my fault. They saw me putting my lippy on. And I haven't started. I'm nearly starting. I know. Because otherwise I'm going to have to cut too much of the video out. But I will go through it again. I'll wait for other people to hook on and then I'll... Maxine's here. Hi. Maxine's my M, she's my M person. Michelle's my other M person. But Maxine's got lots of M's. It's a long story. True, I can't have favourites. It's just not fair. All right, colours. So I don't know if you saw the sneak peeks at all, but I thought I'd go with some bright colours, no surprise there. So I have got a few of the, I thought I'd get the Catherine Pooler inks out today because they're lovely and bright. And brown. So the only Altenew colour I'm using here is the Coral Berry. Oh, cool. I'm so happy you're stamping along, Michele. You've already created this once. You're the inspiration. How do you get... Marnie, you can be in the running too. So many M's. So little time. All right, so basically, like Michele's done, what I'll do, I want to centre the image. Am I back? Am I back now? Can you hear me? Yay! Oh, awesome. Great. Thanks, Barb. Cool. Okay. So we've got a few new faces here. I will show you, because I did share it earlier, we've been talking for a while because of user error. I've been on a little bit longer than I planned to be. But I'll show you my inspiration for today. And hopefully it doesn't cut you off again. So this is what's inspired me today. This is Michelle's 4 cards that she made from this panel in the center. Hi Kim from San Diego. Cool. Hi Jeanette. Morning from Robin. Oh, it's awesome, Michele. Everyone was saying before, way before you got here, how much they liked it. Hi Pamela. Cool, welcome everybody. All right, we do need to start doing some stamping. I will share it again, just in case anyone misses it. Michele, if you get a chance to keep an eye out and let me know if anyone wants to see it again, I can always put it up again. Let's stop with the image, so we'll go with... Okay, let's stamp. We've just been chatting because I was early. Oh, Bob, welcome. So cool to have you here. Oh, finally get to talk to you in real time. Now I have re-inked my Rocking Red ink pad and I over-inked it. Has anyone ever done that before? I have taken a little bit off it, but... And this is, I've actually marked a center on my A4 card sheet here. I'm way out of practice stamping with blocks. How cool is the Misty? What did we ever do before the Misty? I know, Barb's here. Barb, you're famous in the card making world. Hi Deborah, where are you? Oh, Boston. Cool. And remember, the inks are always going to dry lighter than when you stamp them as well. So, Tiki Torch. I think this would have to be one of my favourite colours. I will actually stamp this off just in case I didn't clean that well enough. But the Catherine Pooler inks really do clean well off a stamp. I don't tend to have any problems with contamination when because I mean, even though my stamp is still pink from the red, I don't know, they just seem to clean off pretty well. They're a nice ink to work with. I think maybe I need to re-ink this one. I wasn't going to after I did the other one. Well, I'll put this one. Won't worry about that just yet. We'll fix that in a minute when I find my blender pen, which is what I was going to do earlier. Worcester. I didn't know you lived in Worcester. I used to live in Gloucester, but that was the UK. So totally different. Or are you in Worcester? No, I can't remember. I thought you were in Worcester. Which Worcester? I'm going to have to look now. Yeah, MA. Is that Massachusetts? Hi Tracy, welcome. So cool you're here. Are you at work? Just stamping out an A4 sheet of flowers, basically, and leaves. I'm just starting with my flowers. When I'm stamping patterns, I like to do the bigger images first and then use my filler images. I'll put up the picture I'll just stamp this first. And I'll just hold my stamp on the paper for that little bit longer, but I'll put up the picture of, this is, I'm so sorry, it keeps cutting out on me. How frustrating. Bye, Jeanette. Have fun at work. I'm heading to work this afternoon. All right, now I haven't stamped any coral berry yet, have I? I do need to do that. Oh, is that the problem? You want to see my face? I don't think that's the problem. Now, with the Altenew inks, they work very differently to the, they're both dye inks, but the Catherine Pooler inks, I find they stamp more like a pigment ink. So you have to be quite light when you touch the ink pad to the actual stamp. But when I'm using, oh, I didn't do that one very well, did I? I'll fix it. But with the Altenew inks, I actually twist and tap to get the ink on. Now, I might do some filler stuff. What do you reckon? What do I might use this little, I've got a little flower here. This is the Petite Posy. So I'm only meant to be starting now and I'm sorry, yes. Thank you, Tracy. Very bright, vibrant. How about some leaves? Hi Maureen, Ontario, Canada, cool. Everyone's from everywhere, I love it. Do you reckon I should dare touch a button? See how we go. I don't actually think it was that. I think it's the computer today. Mardi Gras. Sometimes our connection over here isn't very good. It's such a large country that we struggle with getting decent technology. Like NBN they call it over here. Pretty colour. Hi Anita. Brizzy, you are just up the road. Beautiful day today here. Is it cold? I think it's really cold over in the US at the moment still. Oh shoot, didn't do that very well, did I? Are you guys getting lots of snow still? Yes, definitely. It was the spiders. Thank you for that. It's not my stamping skills at all. It's the spider event of 2021. And just in case anyone missed the story, our bedroom was full of baby huntsman spiders this morning. It was not fun. My husband didn't squeal, but he came close. He has got a phobia though. Spiders. I think I need something over here. So I didn't want to do any masking because that just makes it difficult, life difficult. Oh, Barb, I don't know how you guys live with all that snow. I've never even been in that much snow, I don't think. Maybe it snowed a little bit when I was in the UK, but it doesn't stay around very long. The other, and this is one I need to get a re-inker for. It's such a pretty colour, this mint to be. Yeah, Marcy, I know. It was awful. I've done there. Yeah, I don't know. It's usually me that catches the spiders and puts them outside. But couldn't do that today. Do I want any other ones? I do want another one of these. I think share it round. Maybe over here a little bit. My centre is kind of where that red flower is. Mortine. We did spray them. It was just so many I couldn't. It's not like fumigated the bedroom basically. And I hope we didn't miss any. But that did fill up a little bit of my morning. And then everything started early, so we were good. I was very organised. Thanks, Barb. It's pretty, isn't it? Like, so bright. It's always bright. I'll go for another big one. Needs more red, don't you think? That's so true. I'll go a bit this way, maybe. I squeal if I don't know they're there and they land on my hand, and I had that happen the other day. Actually, I lifted, that landed on my foot, it wasn't my hand. I lifted up the bin and one dropped out from the bottom of the bin onto my foot. It wasn't too big. It's probably only about that big, that little flower size. So the body would have been about that big. I did not like that. I did squeal. That was last week though. Peppermint. I think I'll try that. It needs more. Don't you think? More red? Go for another. And then I'll get more pink happening too. I want something over here, I reckon. I'm using the this stamping mat. Just gives a little bit of a cushion. Years ago we used to use like they were like pads, like more like a mouse pad. But they would, I found them too spongy. This works better, or I just stamp straight onto my grid mat. That works well too. Get some more. Another one of these. Hi from Virginia. Cool. Welcome. Beth. Peppermint oil on a cotton ball and wipe the surface or leave it in the corners. Jennifer, thank you. I will try that for sure. And my husband will appreciate it. I'm over inking here, aren't I? Can't help myself. Add some stuff up into this corner. Oh, hi Steph. Cool, so happy you're here. Ah, awesome stamping. I don't think that it would work for snakes, Tracy. Maybe more than peppermint. Now that is something that I would squeal. Actually, I'll tell you. Do you want to hear my snake story now? Or did I tell you that? Did I tell you my snake story last time? Hi, Mackie. Welcome. North Carolina. Cool. My brother-in-law used to live there. Raleigh? Is that what it's called? Raleigh? Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Need some more red. We had a python trying to get one of our cats a couple of months ago. Because we have a cat cage. We don't let our cats out after dark, but they can go into the cage, but they can't get outside, like out into the open. And I heard her growling at night, so I went out and checked it out. And here's my cat sitting in the cage. I thought she would have been just growling at another neighbourhood cat. And so I shone the torch up because the tunnel's up high on the house. And there's this 2.5 metres, I would think, about that, at least, maybe a bit longer, python, sitting along the top of the cat cage, and my cat's sitting right at the head of the python, going like this, swatting it. So I squealed. It's 10 o'clock at night, mind you. And my husband went and got the hose and sprayed it on the fence, so our cat just ran straight back inside. And then I locked the cat cage. Then I was hanging out the washing and walked past going into the back door, and just something caught my eye and it was on the arm of a chair, and this big python was curled up on the arm of our outdoor chair about 1 metre from our back door. Yes. So my brother and my husband caught the python, put it in a, what do they call it, pillowcase, and relocated it down in the farmland by a creek. So it's now living on waterfront property, and hopefully nowhere near my house, because I know they're territorial and they come back, but hopefully they don't. I know. It makes Australia sound inviting, doesn't it? Sorry, guys. But it's not normal. We haven't, we only had one snake here. Oh, we haven't had any snakes here for years. But it's the pythons are non-venomous, but they do have lots of teeth. So you don't want to get bitten by them. Now, where am I going? Pink. I'll look after you, Shona. I think we need him more pink. I definitely do add a lot more ink when it comes to the Altenew, and I haven't re-inked these. I probably need to, but I've not really had to buy the re-inkers. Even though I use them all the time, I haven't had to buy a lot of re-inkers for the Altenew inks, but I have for the Catherine Pooler. I actually buy the re-inkers because of their different style ink pad, they do tend to dry out a bit quicker. Don't know if anyone else finds that as well. It's not dry out, but they do ink so beautifully. More red. Needs more red over here. Oh yeah, those sneaky browns. Who's saying that? Jennifer True. Okay. Speaking of brown, I haven't added any brown yet, have I? Need more leaves. How about one more of these ones? I was going to use the Aquatini, but I'm loving the Mardi Gras. You know I'm going to come back and read this chat after because I can't read everything on missing stuff. And I had a little leaf. This is from the Petite Posy set. Petite Posy? Petite? I say petite. Potato. Oh yeah, and I wouldn't have worried so much about the python. Pythons don't faze me too much, except that it was after my cat, so I thought it needed to be relocated. Because my cat, even though she's full grown, she's not a big cat. And I might put some more of that green. You have a lot of snakes over in the US. I know the UK, I don't think they have any, or if they do, then the non-venomous. Same as the New Zealand. Right, nearly finished the main amount of stamping here, I reckon. So I kind of focused it so that I can get the full panels out, hopefully. Does it need... I've probably got enough flowers now. What do you think? Only have one poisonous here in Michigan. That sounds more reasonable. I might move to Michigan. Oh, that's right. I'm going to add some brown. Let's do that. Thanks, Tracy. Something. Here. I'm concentrating now. Sorry. It's one of these. Okay, probably maybe another leaf there. Yes, Sandy, I think you're right. I'm going to have to start doing that, especially with the Catherine Pooler ones. I'm not using that one, am I? I decided against it. No offense to Aquatini, because it's a beautiful colour. Yeah, I think a lot of companies have had trouble getting stock in, obviously, this year, and renewing stock once it's sold out. It's been difficult for the last year or two now. A year or two, I should say, year, just over a year now. Right, now what am I going to do? I reckon this Fabulous Florets, I want to do it a little bit because has like this outline set as well, so I'm actually going to use that and outline these flowers. So who's new here? Has everyone seen Michele's cards, the ones that inspired me? Has anyone missed that? Most people were here. If not, I can put it up again. Hopefully I don't cut myself off. No, well, that'll never happen. So I'm going to use the brown again for my outline. And I don't want to, that's what's really nice about these florets. is you don't have to stamp them perfectly. You can make it look a little bit off center. That's a big one, isn't it? I might need your help here. I think that one is too. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. That's a good way of putting it. It did feel like 2 years. Wasn't nice. Hopefully things will start to get better soon. Is that the big, that's a big one, isn't it, too? And then I'll do the small one as well. Oh, you'd be great at videos, Michelle. It'd be fun. And someone will let me know if I stick my tongue out while I'm concentrating, won't they? You got my back. Hi Jeanette, welcome back. You'll be able to catch us up. I'm still stamping. There's a lot of stamping in this, Michelle. I didn't realise. You kind of have it in your head how long it's going to take. I knew it's 4 cards. You think, oh, that won't take long. Nick. Is that all of them now? I reckon we're good. That's the good thing about this. It is anything goes, isn't it? Right. Let's cut it down and see where we're at, because we can always add some stuff after, don't you reckon? I'm just going to do it in my Precision. I've got a Fiskars Precision trimmer. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oops, sit that on that wet ink. Okay, so let's work out. I've grabbed a few different sentiments. So there's a couple of different ways you can fix these misstamping. Someone did on my panel, wouldn't have been me. One of the easiest things is just to come in with a pencil and do it, or you can use the actual ink itself and pick it up with the blender pen, which I was going to find before we started, but So I might try it with one of these. Bye-bye, Jan. Thank you for coming. Oh, the orange is the one that's stuffed up. I know, doesn't it make such a difference? Who would have thought? Water brush, yes, that's a good idea. So I've just added a bit of ink and picking it up with, you can use any tool really. You could even use like a little dauber thing. Blender brushes work really well. I'm fixated on it, aren't I? It's only because I can't find it. I don't know where it could be because it's like it's always in the same spot. Once that dries, I'll never know. I will know. It's okay, it's handmade. That was probably the worst one though, wasn't it? And to be honest, once you cut it down, you don't notice it as much as you did when it was a full sheet. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. Is it Jenny? Oh, I think I said Jeannie, but it's Jenny, isn't it? Cool way to spell your name. And of course I've got multifocals, so I'm having to do the whole lift the head so I can see stuff on the, read the computer. Now these ink doesn't work quite so well. Oh, I might be all right. Have I got you in screen still? Otherwise it's sequins, pencils. There's so many different ways you can cover up these little thingies. We won't call them mistakes because they're not mistakes. Creative opportunities. Okay. So, kind of thinking vertical. And the sentiments. Michele did some really nice bold sentiments. They were awesome. I'll just show dental pipettes, pipettes. Do you mean the little swabs, like an alcohol swab? Maybe? So with Michele's cards here, she's added some beautiful bold sentiments. I really, really love her sentiment choices and also the size and everything, but I don't have that set. Can you tell I'm jealous? Desktop. I worked out which picture it was. It wasn't that one, it was another one. I'm sorry, I'm back. But I really like this large sentiments here. Can you hear me again? Hopefully you can. And I thought they'd work really well. And I've got this Nice of You set. So which one am I doing? That one. I think I need a big sentiment on that one. So maybe that one I'll do first. And I'm going to stamp it out in black. I could do brown or a colour. I think the eyeshadow applicators would work great. This is a set from Alan Hudson. It's one of the totally random saying sets, which is wonderful sets. Just sentiment sets, and they all very different. And Julie's designed them, and I don't know how clever she is. She's one of my favourite creators. Other than all you guys, of course. Oh, hopefully that works. Oh, Carol, it's snowing. I mean, that sounds cool to me because I'm sitting here in air conditioning. Not as fancy as Michelle's sentiments, but okay. Very nice all the same. It's a beautiful set, this one. Oh, nice. It sounds like it's a very, very wintry winter too. I want to do another vertical one. That would look really nice vertically. That one's more of a, I might do that one as a landscape. And that one could go either way, but maybe I'll do 2 landscape and 2 vertical. And I had another, oh yeah, this one here. I'll do the sentiment a bit lower down this time. Some people get freaked out when you stamp over images. I quite like the look of it. Oh, I didn't actually cut on the screen, Shona, because I used my Precision. It's the big trimmer, the one I don't have to buy blades for, and it's right beside me. It's awesome. Just because it was easier to cut the A4 and it won't fit under the camera. Maybe I could have done it down the centre of the other one. That would have worked. What's that? That's that simple, that sentiment's from that simple, what's it called? This set here. Got stuff everywhere. Simply the Best, that's it. These sentiments are some of my favourite. And what else was I gonna, oh yeah, I was gonna use, think about using one of these. These are the little, it's from this set, from another one from Julie Eversole called Nice of You. And basically you stamp the whole thing out and then there's a coordinating die cut. It just cuts them all out at once. It's awesome. So I might do a die cut for this one. I had an idea because I found one when I was going through my stash. I had a hello one, a retro one. I thought that would be really nice. That's what I was thinking. Excuse me. Finding it. Maybe I'll put it away. And oh no, here it is. Under here on your head. You know, you keep these little bits. You try them on a. I thought that might be fun, so we'll do that. Get them out of the road. And I actually did have one of these already made up for another card, and I just didn't like it on there, so I thought that's probably, I could use that one today as well. That'll go well, won't it? Perfect. I saw some footage the other day of people driving in snow in the US, Oh my. I don't think I could even imagine that at all. It would just frighten me. Plus I ride a motorbike, so it's probably not, would it be even more difficult? If anyone else gives this idea a try, this split 4 technique, it'd be awesome if you could tag me or Michele, if you load them up at Instagram or wherever. Love to see what, because it's one of those techniques that you could do in so many different ways. You know what I was actually thinking would be fun to try? It'd be fun to try it with die cuts, but not add any layers as such. I would have thought it'd be better to, just got to snip the end off a little bit. I was kind of thinking maybe you could just use single layer die cuts, excuse me, and I reckon that'd be an awesome way to do it. And make like a whole A4 sheet, but you need a good trimmer. And try not to layer them too much. Do you reckon that'd work? Oh, is it? Is it okay now? Is it out of focus still? BC. Yeah, it's probably not something you want to have with kids. Is it sooner, maybe if, I think it looks okay here, maybe it's the internet connection, if you refresh it, that might work. Just like, yeah, reconnect. That's gonna bother me. What not to do? Just trim that after you've added the glue. What was that one? So that must be that one. Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, often it comes down to the internet connection. I think this time of day it gets a bit busy. Yeah, I agree, because they all kind of match. So if this was it's a perfect idea for a gift set. And if you had a few sentiments already, I mean, you could even give it, I've seen people give sets of cards where you actually give the base and then maybe give like a few different sentiments with it, so that they can actually add the sentiment that they want to use on the specific card at the time. I thought that was really clever. Lancashire. Cold there too, isn't it? Thank you, Suna. I like, if anyone's, yeah, you already know that. I like bold and bright, always. That out of the road. It is a good idea, isn't it, Barb? It was one of those aha moments when Michele shared her 4 cards. I just, oh, that's not happy. my jaw dropped because they're amazing, Michele. And I thought, it's just one of those techniques when I saw it, I just wanted to try it. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. If anyone has any ideas or things that they want to see me try or do, it'd be great if you could share them in the description below, because it means I can do something that you want to see. So if there's anything in particular you want to see or want me to do or share, or let me know. Oh, Mackie, no, not really. It doesn't really get cold here. It's not. I'm not in the tropics, but I'm in the subtropics. So our winter, I don't know if someone can look it up for me, but our winter, sort of the average day is about 23 degrees. Our coldest day would be 18 degrees. So, you know, people still swim in the ocean at that, and they also, some people, I don't, still get around in, you know, t-shirts and things. Python country, yes. I've given away my secrets now. No one's going to come and visit me. I promise I'll de-spider and de-python the house if you come around for a coffee. Oh man, I need my mat. What's this set called? I'll have to have a look. Is that straight? No, I just think I'll just make it crooked. This tape is awesome. Excuse me. Yeah, Tracy, it's been warm. My brother's lives up your way, and he said it's just been so hot this year for them. Leaves, yes, that's a good idea, Rebecca. Just doing all different leaves, and you could even do it like with a heat embossed. Be a lot of embossing. No, these aren't so forgiving. Do you know what I want, Michele? I want another set of sentiments to fit this die. I'm going to ask for them. Is that centre? Yeah. Is that 4 cards? How cool are they? The whole town is like that. Oh, I don't know how to share. Can you share a picture in the live chat? That would be wonderful if you could. Any questions, anybody? Hopefully I don't come on early again next time. Work it out a bit better. And we had a couple of technical issues, but we got there in the end. I'm glad you enjoyed the live. I have so much fun. It's just like crafting with you guys. That's why I'm doing it, just to have some fun. Get back to why I like card making. It's pretty much the community, isn't it? It's an amazing community. I love it. Thanks, Amanda, Alison. So Beth, the plan was basically stamp out a whole A4 sheet of cardstock, cut that down, and then that becomes the 4 card fronts. Let me show you. Do we know? The big red one was in the middle. Oh, I love jigsaws.
Is that the big red one that was in the middle? Maybe that would work. Does that make sense? Thank you, Michele. Marcia, it was. Who Michele has linked her cards at the blog. Very different. Amazing though. Awesome. Hers are more sort of a planned shape. Every card's very similar. Not so eclectic. Oh, Tracy Dacey, hi. Thank you. I didn't see you there. I'm going to have to go back and read all the comments. Too afraid to touch anything now. I keep cutting everybody off. Beth, basically the plan was just to wing it a little bit, use bright colours, big flowers, very similar to what Michele did. And that's linked below, like Michelle's post is actually linked in the description below, so you can have a look there and see. My first one sheet wonder. Thank you, Audrey. I loved it. It's such a good, fun technique to do. I'm going to have to do it again. So any ideas, anything that you'd like me to try or share with you or talk about, just leave it in the description below. And I'm going to be back again in 2 weeks' time. I'll try and be on time, not early this time. I'm not sure what happened there. I think it might be because of the daylight savings thing here. I live on the border, so I'm thinking it went live at 7 instead of 8 because I had it scheduled. I just have to maybe change the time zone back to Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is 8 AM Brisbane time, and it'll be on Thursday the 25th. I'm looking down here because I'm trying to remember what the date was. Thursday the 25th. I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but I'll think of something. Unless you give me an idea and I'll just go with it. Oh, Tracy, this technique for men, I would probably go geometric. So either do, you know that's the half-tone circles set that Altenew have, or there's squares even. They've also got other shapes, but I would probably just use bright bold colours and stamp out a heap of circles over the whole A4 panel and then cut it down. The other thing you could do is like images, if they're into something like fish or tools, or but just make it look like a random thing rather than a structured. Yeah, and you could get away from the brights and go to neutrals or shades of grey. There you go. You got my back, haven't you, Michele? Thank you very much for everything. Motorbike stamps, yeah, that could. So you can do anything. It doesn't have to be. Even though they're a stamp that you'd think would need to be facing a certain way, you can actually do patterns with them and make it look more like a background. Oh, thank you, Beth. That's lovely. Cat stamps. Yeah, they're always good. My girl's sitting here beside me. All right, well, I better sign off now. I've got to go and get ready for work. Thank you all yet again for joining me. Oh, feathers. I probably would never have done feathers on manly cards, but that's a good idea. I don't know if you can see her. Lily. She's sounder. She was at the very beginning of the video. You saw her tail walking through. I will have a good day at work. I'm off tomorrow, so hopefully you find some crafty time tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining me. You guys are amazing. Sticking by me through technical glitches. And you might find that I might end up putting a little bit of bling, or if I find my blender pen, I'll fix up these splotches. Thank you everybody. You have a great day or great night, and I'll be back again in 2 weeks. Otherwise, I have got things coming up on my blog, and if you get a chance to pop by, that'd be great. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.